Alright, here's the new one. Alright, taking this new Cybertruck out to Dunnigan, California. We're going to try out the 325 kilowatt chargers, a little bit faster than the normal 250s. This will also be my first time on one of the V4 dispensers, so we're going to drive there and let's see how this goes. Right now I have 39 miles of range and it's 17 miles there, predicting a 6% arrival. So try and burn off a little bit more and hopefully it'll condition for the supercharging. So we'll try and get there as close to 0 as possible. See you in a little. All right, we are in Dunnigan. The new station's here. Pretty nice V4 setup here. Solar canopies, place to myself. So let's get the Cybertruck plugged in for its first supercharge. All right, this is actually my first time with a V4 dispenser. Let's see how that goes. Pretty long cord. Ugh. This is tough to do one-handed. Alrighty. Initializing and charging. Let's see what we got. Now we got here with a essentially 4%, 249. Will we get above 250? Let's see. $250. 251. 7% right now. Now what's kind of interesting is I think there are about 40 something stalls in this station, you know, all around here. About 10 of them are out of order. I'm guessing that's, looks like these are fenced off over here. Huh. Yeah, it looks like these are not on yet and fenced off. But what a setup. And it's even amazing here. Trash cans and a recycling can, so that's pretty cool to see. It's the cabinets and all the hardware. Right next to a gas station here, AM, PM. There's a Pilot, Wendy's over that way. So, easy walking distance to a bunch of places. Ooh, look at that. Got some honey pots over there too. Let's see if this is any faster. No. Looks like 250 is all we're gonna get. Kind of interesting. It is cold outside, as you can see, 45. Well, cold for California. So maybe that limited it. I don't know. I don't really know that I could have done anything differently there to charge faster. I mean, really, it was, you know, it was basically you know, set to the supercharger station when I left the house. So, is what it is on this one. I'll check back in a little bit. Figured with the empty supercharger here, it was a good time to go over our delivery. We picked up December 31st, 2024. This is a 2024 Cybertruck all-wheel drive Foundation Series. It has the free supercharging for life. That was the main reason we picked up a Foundation Series. Came with full self-driving and then all the accessories too. We picked up in Rockland, California. pretty seamless delivery experience. Everything looks pretty good. There are a few grease spots inside. I think they, over grease the wheels, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of the wheel grease or the tire grease, and probably got that inside. But pickup was smooth. We walked in, basically went up to the desk. They took our title for our trade-in, our 2022 Model Y, had us sign a couple forms, and then sent us outside to the truck. Everything was good in that regard. Basically, the only thing that we had to kind of go get them for was it didn't have any temp tags on it. So we had to go back inside to get them to put temp tags on it. But other than that, I mean, we sat around and looked at stuff and talked with people at the delivery event. A couple of the employees there, Rockland, said they were delivering 80 cars yesterday, which is pretty amazing. It's just so many cars, but they looked like their lot wasn't as full as it normally was. I assume they were, just getting rid of everything they had. Showroom only had one Model Y in it. That was it, just a performance model. So I don't really see anything in the truck so far that I can tell that would need to be a service ticket. We don't have any rattles or anything in there, that would warrant a service ticket. So overall, I'm pretty happy. The only thing I noticed is every single one of the wheel caps is not balanced. It needs to be turned, so I need to do that. I just haven't gotten a chance. And there's so much tire grease on those things. I'm gonna need some paper towels too, but other than that, it looks perfect to me. Little bit dirty, but I mean, I don't know if that's just the stainless steel. Guess we'll kind of see here, but yeah, we're loving this thing so far. Foundation Series badging there. I've already kind of tried to test it out with Powershare here, so that was how I drained the battery to get down. Let's try out PlugShare for the first time. So outlets are back here. Plug the mobile connector in there. No, I don't believe it's powered. No, not yet. So you can turn it on either in the app, or you can come in here and there's a setting here. Should be power outlets on. Cool. And looks like they are on. We'll just say keep on. Enable cabin outlets on entry. Cool. Let's plug it in here. Looks like it's charging. Getting the green on here. Quickly ramping up to the full 32 amps. A little bit of voltage drop there, 227. Let's see what the truck says. Looks like 7.4. Perfect. Powershare test number 1. Get down to close to 0% as we charged here. That was pretty seamless. Just open the outlets in the bed, and then once we finished, opening the cover, plugging everything in, you just turn the outlets either on in the app, or you do it with the in the menu there, and charge just fine. App doesn't show as much information as I kind of wish it would. It just kind of shows like the truck in a park state that doesn't have much information. It'd be nice to see like the kilowatt draw from it, or how much time's remaining, or being able to set like a minimum discharge level. But in general, yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing that you can do that. So we'll check back in here and see what we have for a charging level. Okay, looks like at 35% or so, we were under 200 kilowatt. Not too bad. Hour and 5 remaining. That's set to 100%, so we'll see how accurate that is. I am using Tessie, so I can show the data for this charge afterwards, and I'll make sure to put a screenshot of all the information with that on here too. Here we go. Interior wise, my wife of course set it to purple. We'll keep it like that, but I really like the interior. The Foundation Series comes with the interior liners. You can see we've had the recall done. Other than that, it looks pretty good. For us, we got the car seat installed yesterday. With the car seat in there, we still got space, and that front seat for the passenger side is basically where I would keep my driver's seat anyways, which that's a huge improvement over the Model Y. The Model Y, we have much less space for the passenger when the child seat's in there. But yeah, everything looks good in here. Here's just, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of a grease stain there, and there was one on the back of the seat over there, but everything looks good. The interior liners in the back. It also came with the glass sunshade for the top here. I have not installed that yet. And then in the back, let's see here. It's got the bottle openers. I believe the D rings here. There you can see one's up. And then the smuggler's bay, which I can't really open because the charger's right there, had the mobile charger, and it has the vault dividers in there too. I think accessory wise, we'll probably do the cargo divider here. That seems nice. We're also going to do the under-seat storage bins for under here. So we'll get those ordered soon here. Oh, look what I found. Ooh. Oh. Now, kind of interesting to see on this particular Sol 5C that I'm at. Looks like the screen isn't on. But if we come over to one of the other ones, that one's also not on. But it looks like these are on. 55 cents per kilowatt hour charging fees, minute, or $1 a minute for idle fees. We of course with the Foundation Series have free supercharging for life, so don't have to worry about that. But I mean, 55 cents a kilowatt hour, that's about what base rates are here. So not surprising to me. Yeah, this Dunnigan place, pretty nice. I think once those other stalls open up, I wonder what the holdup is there. I mean, I have the place to myself, and if you look at the usage map for here, it looks like there's basically no one here all the time. But yeah, it's pretty nice around here. I don't know if you can see off in the distance, but it's kind of a farm country around here, so nice charging stop. I like this a lot. This one's about 20 or 30 minutes from our house, but I'm definitely going to be coming back here, hopefully to get 300 kilowatt at some point. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, it seems like 250 was the top for today. So let's check back in on the charging. All right, we are at 151 kilowatt at 48%. And just 54 kilowatt added so far. Seems fine to me. I know people complain about the Cybertruck charging speed, but for most people, I mean, charging up to 80% or so. It's really not that bad. We have a kid, so by the time you get out of the car, go to the bathroom, go get snacks, get the kid changed, and run her around a little bit, it's not too bad of a stop here. So we'll see how much more it tapers here. I'm going to try and go as close to 100% as I can, so we'll check back in a little. All right, we're at 66%, 2/3 full. Looks like we have dropped under 100 kilowatt. So probably gonna get, I was gonna try and go up to 100 or close to it. A little bit slower than I expected. I mean, it's still just fine. I came from a Bolt that maxed out at 55 kilowatts, so before the Model 3 and the Model Ys. So this is a little bit slower, but I'm happy with it. We're just going to keep on going. Probably my guess is like 80-85% here. We're going to do some driving today, so we'll keep an eye on it. So as I was sitting here, I was noticing, if you take a look out here, hey, that's a sneaky little supercharger. What is that? So, looks like they actually, they have the new V4 dispensers here, but there's also an additional 8 of the V3s. So total here, I think once they activate everything, is about 56 stalls here in Dunnigan. Currently, I think 38. I'm the one not available. So 46 stalls in Dunnigan, 250 kilowatt. And then some up to 325 if you can do it. So pretty impressive. It's a nice stop off of 5. Like I said, yeah, I'm really impressed. This is a nice supercharging installation here. Very clean. I like it. So we plugged in at 8:04 a.m. here, and basically at 8:37 here, we have inputted 83 kilowatt hours into the battery after about 33 minutes. I'm pretty sure that's about the capacity of the Model Y. That's pretty amazing. So 35 minutes, and we've gone from 4 to 72%, roughly 9 miles, up to about 230 here. So about a half an hour to add 200 miles. In terms of the charging curve here, kind of interesting to see, at about 65% or so, we dip below 100 kilowatt. Since about 67-68%, the curve has completely flattened, and we are just at that 90 kilowatt. And it's been since 67-68%, so 5 or 6% so far, and it's just staying steady. I was hoping it wouldn't dip down more, as it usually continues to, so holding steady at that 91 kilowatt, thankful for that. We'll see how long that one lasts. Just figured I'd walk over and take a look at the cabinets here. And interesting to see post DC output, 250 kilowatt, 0 to 500 volts, 631 amps. So theoretically should be above 300, but yeah, we only saw 250, but that's kind of interesting. Now, in terms of fitment issues, I'm not really one to sit there and pick apart panel gaps and all that. The truck looks pretty well put together for me. It seems to be pretty evenly lined up. Door gaps look good. Like I said, I'm not the extremely picky type here. But I mean, everything, for the most part, looks pretty good to me. Check the back here. About the only thing I noticed here as you're sitting here is a piece of tape. It just seems to be around the back of that panel there. I'll take it off, but it was leaving some residue, so I'm just gonna leave it on there for now until I have something to take that off. But yeah, I mean, I'm not picky about panel gaps or anything, and honestly, this one looks pretty good to me. Passes my test of not being too picky. Starting to rain here a little bit. Oh no, my Cybertruck is smoking. We are at 83%. We're still pretty much holding steady around that 90 kilowatt. Down to 86, 87 right now. So that basically has stayed flat from 67% on. I did get a chance here to try out FSD version 13.2.2. It was installed when we picked up from the delivery center. I think it's the 44.25.5. We have a Model Y that has the same update on it, or it might be 0.3 or whatever the point updates are. Very similar. In terms of both vehicles and using it around town, I don't really notice any difference. The Cybertruck was extremely smooth. I didn't really notice anything different in terms of driving dynamics. It really impressed me. I mean, the new version 13 is just, it's to the point of being mind-blowing of what it does. Driving here was about a 20-minute drive through town and then onto the highway. Handled everything, zero interventions. On one of the country roads, it was kind of stuck at 50 and a 55, so I gave it a little goose on the accelerator. But other than that, I didn't touch anything, and it drove me completely here. There were some tire marks on the highway, like skid marks in the lane that it did just a touch of a phantom brake for, but kept the speed up, didn't even drop like 2 miles an hour. So I'm really impressed, and I'm happy to see the version 13 full self-driving is just amazing as usual, even on the Cybertruck. I can't wait for more updates. Now, the one thing that's new on this that obviously the Model Ys don't have, or that we had, the Model Ys that we had didn't have, is the front camera. With this being such a large vehicle, it's a bit more tight getting into our garage, and the front camera was super helpful in terms of pulling in and being able to see where you're going. Super impressed with this. I like this. Catching some birds here. It's starting to rain too. But yeah, I'm so impressed with the Cybertruck so far. So happy with the purchase. It's just been amazing. We're here almost at 90%. We have dropped off the 90 kilowatt, finally down to about 75 kilowatt. And I'll probably unplug here around 90% or so. We plugged in at 8:04, I think, so 45 minutes. We've gone from 4 to 87%, about 9 miles to 277. So I'm impressed. Good job, Tesla. All right, so we just hit 90%. I'm gonna unplug here. We're at 67 kilowatt at 90%. We have added 105 kilowatt hours in 48 minutes. So yeah, from 4 to 90%, from 8:04 to 8:52. Looking at Tessie, looks like about 95% efficiency. I think close to 110 kilowatt hours went into the charging. So yeah, we're gonna unplug here. Overall, I wish we would have seen the full 325, but hopefully we'll get it next time. It is a little cold out. Oh, unplug. There we go. Overall, I'd say first V4 dispenser, I don't know what they call this, version 3.5, whatever it is. pretty nice. I like these. Those cables, it's a little cold out, they're a little stiff, but overall, very nice charging experience. So let's turn on full self-driving and head home.